you planning to exchange money at the airport currency counter before you leave for Japan? That's already costing you money. And if you're planning to line up at another currency counter when you arrive in Japan, you're losing twice. The money you waste on currency exchange could cover a restaurant meal or an entrance fee to a tourist attraction. The difference between knowing and not knowing could mean thousands of yen gone. Today, I'm going to explain why and show you the right way to do it. Why airport currency counters are a bad deal. The cost of currency exchange comes down to two things: the exchange rate and the fees. The exchange rate is simply how many yen you get for $1. There's a standard market rate, but currency exchanges always add their own markup on top of that. And airport currency counters tend to have the largest markup of all. Let's say you're exchanging $1,000. At a market rate of 150 yen per dollar, you should receive 150,000 yen. But airport currency counters often give you a rate that's 2 to 3% worse than that. That's a loss of 3,000 yen at 2% or 4,500 yen at 3%. On top of that, some currency counters charge a flat fee of 500 yen or more per transaction. Add that to the rate difference, and the total loss gets even bigger. You could easily lose the cost of a full dinner just from exchanging money. So where should you exchange? The answer is closer than you might think. The answer: convenience store, ATMs. The answer is actually right there in the airport, just a short walk from the currency counter. Convenience store ATMs in Japan accept foreign credit and debit cards. 7-Eleven, Family Mart, Lawson, all of them. Major airports like Narita, Haneda, and Kansai all have them, so you can withdraw cash the moment you arrive. Using them is simple. Select English on the screen, insert your card, and enter the amount. Just follow the on-screen instructions and you won't get lost. Visa and MasterCard are the main cards supported. Most foreign-issued credit and debit cards will work without any issues. Just make sure before you leave home that your card is enabled for overseas cash withdrawals. That's the only thing worth checking in advance. The fee is around 100 to 220 yen per transaction. Compare that to losing thousands of yen at a currency counter, and the difference is significant. The ATM we recommend most is 7 Bank. It supports a wide range of foreign cards and has dedicated ATM corners inside major airports. The loss starts before you even leave home. There's something else you need to watch out for, and it's not just at Japanese airports. The currency exchange counter at your home airport is just as bad for exactly the same reasons. Back home, almost nobody uses Japanese yen. From the currency exchange's perspective, yen is a low-demand currency. And when demand is low, there's little competition between exchanges, which means no pressure to offer a better rate. The result is that rates at your home airport are often even worse than the currency counters in Japan. Exchange money at your home airport, then exchange again at a Japanese airport currency counter. The total loss across those two transactions adds up to a significant amount. The loss doesn't start when you land in Japan. It starts the moment you leave home. The only thing you need to do before you depart is check that your card is enabled for overseas cash withdrawals. That's it. Street-level exchange shops. Another option to know about. There's one more option worth keeping in mind. In cities like Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto, there are private currency exchange shops that offer much better rates than airport counters. You'll find them concentrated in areas popular with tourists: Shinjuku, Namba, Umeda, so they're easy to visit while you're out sightseeing. Just keep in mind that rates vary between shops. Even within the same area, the difference between stores can range from tens to hundreds of yen. It's worth comparing a few options before you commit. We'll be covering the best exchange shops in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. You don't need as much cash as you think. Needing large amounts of cash for a Japan trip is actually a common misconception. For getting around, a single IC card, Suica or ICOCA, covers almost all trains and buses. Convenience stores, supermarkets, and chain restaurants all accept credit cards. Foreign-issued Visa and MasterCard work without any issues. The situations where you'll actually need cash are limited. Entrance fees at shrines and temples, ticket machines at some local restaurants, street food stalls, and festivals. These are the main ones. Also, the further you travel from major cities like Tokyo and Osaka, the more likely you are to encounter cash-only situations. If you're planning to visit rural areas, it's worth carrying a little extra. So how much should you actually bring? Here's a rough guide. For a trip of 3 days or less, around 10,000 yen is plenty. For about 5 days, aim for 15,000 to 20,000 yen. For a week or more, 20,000 to 30,000 yen should cover you. One thing to watch out for is carrying too much. If you have leftover yen when you head home, converting it back means paying exchange rates and fees all over again. Withdrawing smaller amounts from convenience store ATMs as you go is the smarter approach. Currency exchange is one of the few areas of travel planning where simply knowing the right information puts money back in your pocket. Avoid airport currency counters, both at home and in Japan. Between the exchange rate markup and the fees, thousands of yen can disappear without you even noticing. Use a convenience store, ATM, instead. They're right there in the airport, ready to use the moment you arrive. And remember, you don't need much cash to begin with. A small amount to cover what Suica and your credit card can't handle is all you need. The difference between knowing and not knowing can have a real impact on your travel budget. Hope this helps. Earth Japan will continue bringing you the charm of Japan and the latest travel information. See you again in the next video. Bye! See you!